What if you had an elite SEO specialist sitting right next to you and doing the heavy lifting for you 24/7? That is exactly what ClaudeCowork becomes after you watch this video. I'm breaking down my exact step-by-step stuff on how I'm using ClaudeCowork to basically automate most of my SEO tasks, and this is exactly what you can do as a business owner using ClaudeCo to generate so much more revenue for your business through SEO. We are basically talking about shaving days off your SEO workflow and just getting things done very quickly. So you're definitely going to need to take notes on this one. So now let's head over to my computer screen and I'll show you how it's done. Claude Cowork is just magical. Since the time it has come out, I've been playing with it and it could make SEO absolutely transformational for business owners, especially local business owners who do not actually know how to do SEO. So that is where Claude Cowork could just be very magical for you. So in this video, we are going to actually use Claude Cowork together so you can see how, as an experienced SEO having 14 plus years of experience, would use Claude Cowork, and you can just replicate that and dominate your space. So let's get started. First of all, what I've done is I've installed Claude Cowork and given it the Chrome access. Now what I'm going to do is I have an Href subscription, which is an SEO tool. You can use any SEO tool, SEMrush, you could use Ubersuggest, anyone. So what I've asked Cowork to do is go to their Keywords Explorer page and then look for a keyword which is roofer New York. So for example, let's say you are a roofer in New York. So now what it did is it actually opened this all up, and it takes a bit of time to actually do everything. So I've just done it here. And then what I've asked is, okay, take average of top 5 ranking sites that are businesses like mine. So let's assume you run a business, you are a roofing contractor in New York. So now I've asked it to do competition analysis for me basically. So I've asked it to take the average of the domain rating, average referring domains, and all of that. So now it's just gone through all of that and see, okay, I can see the SERP results starting to appear, and it does all of that thing. But here it is very smartly now able to select the right business site. So if you see, if you go here, the first site ranking is Yelp. So it has very smartly not taken Yelp because it knows it's not a business site, it's a directory which is not exactly direct competitors of ours, even though they're ranking there. So now it has taken NY Roofing. GAF.com will have to see, are they direct roofing contractors or no, but I think their name does say that. Then there is NY Roofing, their domain rating is 28, referring. So now it has taken the exact right websites and businesses that we would be going after. It has taken an average domain rating, so average referring domains calculation it has done here. So on an average, each site ranking has 54 referring domains, and let's ask it for do the same calculation but for average DR score. So for those who don't know, DR basically stands for domain rating, and it's an SEO score out of 100. So the higher a domain rating score is for a domain, the tougher it will be for us to outrank them. So what we want to see, okay, other businesses that are similar to us, what sort of domain rating and SEO score do they have? So it is including GAF Roofing and other 4 businesses. So the average comes out to be 34 domain rating. Now we can ask it to see if GAF Roofing is actually a roofing contractor or is it a directory site. So let's ask Claude Cowork, is GAF Roofing actually a roofing contractor like us, or is it like a Yelp directory? Let's see. So now again it will start the agent, and actually this will also show how exactly it does research. So now it will go here, and GF is not a roofing contractor. It has found out. So that means it will now revise the work that it has done. So the sites that it is taking now, and now it is giving you the average domain rating of 24.6 and average referring domain comes out to be 122. So now this is a good way to understand who you are up against in the niche. Obviously you can do all of this manually too, but just having Claude Cowork makes it so much easier. Now let's do one more thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the Keywords Explorer link from here, and then I'll just go into Claude Code and give it the next command, which is go to Keywords Explorer, enter roofing as the primary keyword, then open the questions section and find out 10 questions that my customers may be asking, which I should create blogs around. So this just takes out anything and everything that you need to do about keyword research. It's so straightforward. It's basically you're chatting with an AI, and instead of like just chatting with ChatGPT or Claude without the actual data, it will now use that SEO tool to go there, do that research for you. Because earlier the main problem with ChatGPT or any other AI was they did not have the right data, right? So they did not have the exact search volumes and everything. And for you to actually export all of that from any tool and then upload it there, and then for it to read, it takes a lot of manual back and forth and everything. Now with ClaudeCowork, it just gets installed on your system, and you can see together how it is going to do. So it does take a bit of time. So what I'll do is I may just speed this up so it looks actually better for you. So let's see how it does, and once it's completed doing that, I will bring back the video to the same speed. So, okay, so it took a few seconds and actually about 1 minute to get back to us with all of the keywords, and you can see here now it has come up with some topics like how to install metal roofing, how to cut metal roofing, how to choose a roofing style, what is TPO roofing, how much does roofing cost, how to start a roofing company. So there are a lot of questions that it has came up with. Good thing is you can now chat with Claude and actually ask it to only suggest you the keywords that make sense for your business. So I am a roofing contractor, only suggest keywords that my customers would ask before getting that service from me. I don't want any DIY kind of, because they are not really your customers for that matter. So let's do that. And what I'm also going to do is only find keywords where at least one site is ranking in top 5 with less than, let's say, DR10. And you can tell it actually. So even if you don't, like for example, I know that there is an option in the keywords explorer of lowest DR. So what I can just tell it, locate the lowest DR filter and enter DR10 in top 5 there. So let's see how it fares of doing that, because if it does that correctly, it pretty much solves all of the problems that you'd face while finding keywords. So it will just do all of this. You can imagine the kind of effect this could have is you could just have a list of all of the prompts ready, and it will just auto run. So you can give it all the steps step by step, and you can just leave it running overnight, and the next day you come back, you have the whole SEO research done for you, waiting for you just to do that. So now we'll also see how exactly it does it. So you can see here it is now loading up the browser. It actually went there in the lowest DR section. Now it will put up, it will type in DR10 here, and currently it's using the tool sending requests. Let's see how and when it does type the DR10. And you can also take screenshots here, so at all points of time it will have the data there. So it is now perfect. I can see the lowest DR filter pop up, and it's now, so it's taking a bit of time. That is the problem, but I am assuming with time it rates and it understands. So now it has put in DR10, and now I'm assuming it will obviously click the apply button, and then it will load up the things that we want it to be doing. So let's see. Now if you see from like an expert point of view, okay, you could have done this already by yourself, but that is not the plan here. The plan is here is to use this 24/7 available virtual assistant. And one more thing is it can do multiple tasks simultaneously. So it's not that it can only run one task. So at the same time, it could be creating content for you, it could be doing keyword research for you, it could also be reaching out to a lot of sites, just extracting their email ID by visiting that site, going to their contact or about page, finding out that email address, adding that to a Google sheet. So it could do so much stuff there. Now let's see if it gets somewhere from here, because it still has to click that show result button. But how I still see DIY keywords. So let's see, now it's going to apply all of that. One challenge I'm seeing is probably because it has not clicked the show results button. I want to also try it out to see, okay, what happens if we actually click the show. Okay, so it did. I didn't do that. It on its own just did it, and it loaded up all of the right keywords. So it's very smart in that sense, just a little bit slow. I hope with the next iterations and everything, it will just become really, really fast as well. So now it has loaded all of the keywords in its memory, and what it's trying to do is find out this, do the second part of the job which we are given is, I don't want any DIY kind of keywords, and I am a roofing contractor, so I only want to answer questions that my potential buyers will have in that journey. So that will give it exactly the kind of keywords we want to go after on the informational sites. So it has actually now found it out. What is commercial roofing? How much is a roofing square? How to choose a good commercial roofing contractor? How much is tin roofing? How to choose the right roofing? So these are all really good questions that yes, your customers may have. And now it has also given us the next 5 keywords. Is roofing felt waterproof? Is owning a roofing company profitable? So now this question, for example, may not be exactly your customer's question. So now I'll also confront that this, let's see how it reacts. This is not a question my customer would have. This is more of a business related question. So let's now actually it's filtering out again. Okay, so it's just doing that himself. We have not even given this prompt yet. So let's see, what is roofing, how to buy. So now it has just kind of also categorize them in different category. How much is a roofing square? How much is roofing per square? Do any roofing companies offer financing? Yes, these are all very right questions. So I think it has not selected the question that we were anyways going to ask about that thing, but let's just still give it the prompt to see how it responds here. Is owning a roofing company profitable? Is not a, so let's see how it does, and then we'll also give it a quick prompt to see how it does on page SEO audit or anything for any site. So what I'm going to do is, let's do a new task and see how that performs. So I've just done a new task, and this one I'm hoping is still running. Okay, so yes, it's running. So now we'll go to new task, and let's, so I think there's some bug here, and okay, now it has loaded. So what I'm going to do is actually ask it to again go to the keywords explorer thing that we had, and I'll go ask it to again go to keywords explorer. Here I'll put it, go to keywords explorer. For the keyword, let's do the same thing, roofer New York. Let's ask it to do some research for us. Open the first site that is a business, not a directory. And I think the last time it was also taking up GAF as one of those businesses. So let's see if it does the same mistake again, or if it will, then we'll have to correct it. Open the page that is ranking. Do a quick on page SEO audit for me. Tell me 5 things that they are doing wrong that I can come in and do better on my site to outrank them. Let's see. So this is going to be like your personal SEO available. So let's see how it does. And again, what I'll do is, once it starts loading, I will just pause the video, and then I'll come back once it has done the work, so we can very quickly just analyze the kind of work it has done. I don't want to take your time about, because it takes a bit of time, so that's a downside definitely. But yeah, like I said, we have to treat this more as a virtual assistant. Like, you have an SEO sitting on your computer all the time, and you can just assign him tasks and then just go and do anything that you want to do. So just for context, I mean, you can just go and do anything in the meantime. So it's not like you have to just be there all the time. So you can just go and browse X, browse Instagram, whatever, and then you can come back and see, okay, ClaudeCode is doing my work for me. So let's see. So it has done roof for New York. Now let's see how it does. I'm not going to touch it. Let's see how it actually does this task, because it's very, very interesting having like an SEO VA all the time. So now it is scrolling down, I guess, to the section that we want to, and I think it's going to take a while. So I don't want to keep the video running. I'll just pause it and I'll be back as soon as it completes that task. Okay, so while this is performing that task, I also thought of, let's do one more task simultaneously so we can actually comprehend how well Claude Cowork works. So I'm going to click on new task, and then I've typed in this prompt. So what basically I'm asking it to do is go to Google Maps in the Chrome browser, type in the keyword roofer New York, the same thing that we're doing. And then what I want to see is I want it to analyze really well for me the sites that are the businesses that are ranking in the Google business profile section of things. So it will search on Google Map for roofer New York keyword. It will find out the top 3 ranking Google business profiles for it. Then it will find me the data for all the 3 business. So these are the data that I want. Total number of reviews it has gotten in the last 30 days, so we can understand how quickly they are getting new reviews, what are their primary and secondary categories, and list of all of the services that they have mentioned in the Google business profile. So I'm going to give this a go, and let's see how it handles multiple tasks simultaneously. So I'm sure it will ask me for access to it. So let's see, trying to open the maps.google.com, and how does it go. So I'll just keep this one running for a second, and yeah, so now it needs permission for me to navigate to this site. So anytime that you ask it to do something new for a new domain, it will ask permission from you. So I'm just going to do it always allow actions on this site, so from next time onward I do not need to do anything. So let's see, now it's doing this task and it's very, very fascinating, especially for an SEO like me, that the task that would take them a lot of time to do can be done very quickly now. So let's see, now it is going to type in, and mind you, at the same time, if you go to this one, it has actually already done and completed that task. So this is the benefit of it. You can do multiple tasks at the same time and each one will keep running. So now it's going to do roofer New York, and you can see it is doing that task. It's going through each, it's sending requests, and I'm sure it will expand and has found it. Okay, these are the 3 ones. Now let me update my progress and click on the first business to get detailed information. So now, yes, it will pretty much open up each business. It will get all of the data that you need to know there. So this is really fascinating. So I'll again just pause this. Actually, let's go back to the previous task while it does this, so we can take a look at how it did the last time. So just to recap, I had asked basically GPT to go and find the keyword for the keyword roofer New York in Ahrefs, see which sites are ranking, and do a quick on-page SEO audit for me. So basically the page that is ranking, I wanted it to open it to an audit to find out what are their problems that they're not solving, or where they lack with on-page SEO, and that we can come in and do on our site to make it rank better. So let's see, 5 things they are doing wrong. So now it has basically found out what things that they're not doing. So target keyword is not in title or H1. So their title is roofer Brooklyn, not roofer New York. So they went to this site, nyroofing.com, and surprisingly, they're not even using that main keyword in their title or H1, which is a massive opportunity. So this, I mean, yeah, you can do all of this task manually, like you need an SEO to do all of these tasks manually. But now as a business owner, you can just do all of this through Claude Cowork, and you can have an understanding of, okay, what are the things that your competitors are doing right, what are the things that they're doing wrong, so you can do better than them. So on that page, it has found this out. Now next thing it has found out, okay, it has 7 H1 tags on that page. So let's actually verify that. Let's see if what it is saying is right, and it is right. So it was able to determine it has 7 H1 headings on that page. Okay, wow, this is brilliant. It's getting me really excited. Now it's also showing the content is very thin, and the page load time is also very slow for that. It took it like 4.5 seconds to load it. It just has 438 words on the page. So then again, there is a massive opportunity that you can come up with your website that has the right H1s, that loads fast, that has more content on the page. Just one H1 is there, and that H1 contains roofer New York keyword. Then the next thing, 30% of the images do not even have alt text for that matter. So again, a good opportunity there. And there's no OG image and weak signal. So they do not have like an open graph image for social sharing. So what it means is, when you paste that link into any social media, it shows a preview, right? That preview thing is missing on their website. And it has also given you bonus weaknesses to exploit, which is schema markup is also very basic. They only have local business schema, so you can kind of include different kind of schemas on your website, which is service schema, review schema, all of that. And it is saying that the content is heavily focused on Brooklyn. So even though they're ranking really well for New York, their content specifically talks more about Brooklyn. So yes, that is one thing. And there's no video content on the page either, so again that gives you a lot more understanding of how you can go after that. So this is really good, that just you had to type in a prompt. Now Claude Code goes, and even so, for example, even if you do not have HRS for that matter, you could have just asked it to go to Google, do a search for roofer New York. So generally for any service business, it's service plus the location, right? So if you are a plumber, it would be plumber plus New York, plumber plus Austin, whatever it is. So service plus keyword is what mostly your audience would be searching for to find you for your services. And you just tell Google that go look at this keyword, find the top 5-6 sites that are very similar to me, that are businesses, do an on-page SEO audit on them and find out what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. And then at the same time, you can also give it your site, right? Just go onto this site, on my site, do an audit for me. So let's actually do that. What I'm going to do is, let's assume there is one of the site that is ours. So for example, let's say this one is us, Greg the roofer. So let's do this now, and I'm just randomly taking a site. This is my site. Now do the same on-page SEO audit for me. Tell me 5 things I'm doing right, 5 things I'm doing wrong, and then give me a checklist of things to improve ASAP. So again, now it will start running. It will do the same process again. It will go to this particular site. Probably it could also again ask you for like access to go to that site. So let's see if it does, or if it does not, if it starts on its own. And okay, yeah, you can see now it asked for, so allow all actions on this site, and we'll just start loading the site and doing all of the magic again. Then let's go here, research top roofers. Okay, so the last thing we were doing, it has already done all of that and it is there. So let's see. First business is Goldenberg Roofing. Their total reviews is 66, rating is 4.8. These are their categories and same. So let's actually ask it to create a table for me with all this data, so that we do not have to go back and forth to read all of this. I'm sure it will just do it very quickly, because I don't think it necessarily needs to go to the site, to Google Maps again. It will just put in the table here. So yeah, it is using some sort of writing tool to put this together. Let's see how it fares up. And in the meantime, let's check this one out. It's working on that, sending all of the requests. So this is brilliant. So it's like if you just batch 3-4 tasks together on Claude Code, it's like 4 SEOs working for you 24/7. I mean, which is mind blowing in any ways. So let's see how this does. And it's putting together a table for me. Similarly, now this is going through, and it has seen the site so far and it's working on it. So it's executing now JavaScript in order to find out the SEO audit things that we had told it to go. And it's fun going back and forth between the tasks, but this should not take it this long in general, but it is. So I'll just again pause this and come back to it as soon as it's done. Okay, it's actually done. So I can see from the left panel that NY roofing. So it's actually doing the same task again, which it should not be doing. It should just present the data in that format. That is why it is taking so much of time. And it's for some reason asking me to sign. I don't know what has happened there. I'll just cancel this for a second and let's see. So I'll just pause this again here and come back to it once it's done. Also, while Claude is still working on all of that data, I thought of one more task. So I'm going to give this the task here. Basically, what we want to do is ask Claude to go to Google Maps again, find out the top 3 ranking businesses for, let's say, roofer New York, and see what kind of Google business profile posts they are doing. So the update posts that they do, and based on that, look at it for top 3, find out what they're doing right, and then put together 5 Google business profile posts for my business, which is Greg the Roofer. So let's do that. Go to Google Maps in Chrome, do the search for Roofer New York, find the 3 top businesses ranking, look at their Google business profile posts, analyze them, and then come up with 5 Google business profile posts for my business, which is gregtheroofer.com. So it's basically just going to do all of it's going to give you 5 really nice optimized posts. So I'm going to let this run as well simultaneously. So now we have 3 tasks running, and I think this dot actually shows you if the task is running or has it been completed. So this one seems to be completed, or maybe not, it's still going on actually. So let's look at this here. Yeah, it is completed now. So you can see here is all of the data. So Goldenberg Roofing New York, they have a rating of 4 and 4.8. Their total reviews is 66. Their reviews in the last 30 days is just 5. Primary categories roofing contractor, secondary categories are this, and so it has done this for all of them. So one thing I'm seeing is reviews in the last 30 days are not a lot for all of these businesses. So this one has about 5. So it just says multiple recent. I don't know exactly what that means, so we'll have to see. And I'm just going to ask it, what does multiple recent reviews mean? Give me the number of reviews each one has gotten in the last 30 days. So again, now it will start the agent, it will do all of the request and everything. So one thing is there that yes, it could take up a bit of time. So what we can do is put together a long list of prompts step by step and just give it at once, right? Then it will keep doing and keep repeating the task on its own, and pretty much by the time it will be done, you will have very, very refined data to take a look at. So let's see here if it has actually done anything. So okay, so now we'll have to kind of be done here for this video because it says I've hit my limit. So okay, that is also a challenge, basically, that you cannot do a lot of work. Probably you need a higher plan. I'm on the pro plan, so I guess I would have to maybe go to the max plan or something. But yeah, it's still like $200 if I'm not wrong. I mean, I don't exactly know the current pricing. Let's check it out actually, what is the pricing for Claude. And if we go here, I was on the pro plan so far, so max is $100 a month, which is 5x to 20x more users. So actually you can depend, I guess the $200 plan had like 20x usage and all of that. So I think with time, I'm sure the rates and everything would also go down quite a bit. But from the task that it has already done for us, this should be really good for any business owner who's looking to actually get started with Claude. So one thing is, yes, the limits are not very high, so that is something you have to be wary of. You have to keep that in mind, that yeah, you'll have to very diligently use it. I don't know how they're kind of collecting or using the limits right now, but yeah, maybe if we give longer prompts and it does all of that in one sitting, I mean, it could maybe use less credits. But yeah, I mean, all in all, so far I've had real fun actually using this and seeing how it performs all of the tasks. So yeah, maybe go for the bigger plan, the $100 $200 plan, and which I'll be upgrading anyways, and then have multiple SEOs working on your project at all times, and it will not only just do keyword research for you, on page analysis, backlinks analysis, Google business profile analysis. I'm sure it can very easily go in and actually get those things live for you as well. So if you decide based on data that your primary category should be something, you can just tell it to go to business.google.com/locations and find out your business, obviously you have to be logged into that Google account and then set the correct primary category and all of that. It can also reply to your reviews really well. So the thing is, yes, all of this could have been done by ChatGPT or Claude even itself, but the thing is, for that you had to do a lot of manual back and forth, right? You have to copy that reply and then put it into ChatGPT to generate a response, then copy back and paste and all of that. And let's say you have 50 reviews to reply to. That's a lot of work still, even if the content is being generated there. What this will do is it will just take away all of that task from you. It will keep doing all of this back and forth and keep replying to reviews. So this is a really good VA, and these are just the things that it can do with SEO. I mean, there's so much more marketing related stuff that it can do on your website. It can basically be your spy that goes to your competitor site, competitors Google business profile on a daily basis, basically sees and gets you what are they up to now, what are the things that they're doing new, where you are lacking and all of that. So it could be a 24/7 spy for you, for that matter. Yes, it would definitely need a bigger plan. So in the next one, what I'll do is I'll get the bigger plan and then we'll do a more thorough testing. But yeah, that's about it for this one. If you like the video, click on the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and drop in any questions you have. I read through all of the comments and reply to them, so make sure you do that. And see you in the next one. I come up with a lot of these videos all the time. And if you want to work with us, I do SEO myself. I am an SEO expert with 14 years of experience. I have given TED Talks on SEO. I was ranked also #1 SEO globally by Favikon. So yeah, I know a thing about SEO. If you want to work with us, if you want us to take care of all of these headaches for you and actually get you ranked, feel free to drop in at Alventra Marketing, click on the Get Started button, and let's go from there. See you in the next one.